Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today, we're going to touch a little bit more on how to change the world, how to create that society we want. And we're going to talk a little bit more about breaking the hammer. It is a concept that we've touched on a couple of times on this channel. The general idea of it is that the average person, well, they're the anvil. And if they can just hold the form long enough, no matter how many hits they take, eventually they'll break the hammer. It's a defensive strategy. It is a defensive strategy, and it's one that was used for the last 4 years. Why isn't Trump in office right now? Did we wish him out of office? No, of course not. Trump not being in office is the result of 4 years of concerted effort from activists in the field and by those who are engaged in electoralism. Campaigning, petitioning, organizing, agitating, educating. These things got rid of Trump. That's what happened. At that point, it's defensive. People were able to identify his specific brand of authoritarianism. They knew the danger, and they were willing to hold the line against it. Eventually, the hammer broke. That's what happened. Here's the bad news. Being against something doesn't actually get you the society you want. Doesn't get you the world you want. It just slows the world you don't. That's it. Being against an unjust world is easy. It is easy. Building a just world is hard. Being against injustice, it's even easy socially to take that stance. I mean, sometimes you don't even have a choice because you are literally the one who's going to be impacted. You're the piece of the anvil that's going to get hit. So of course you're going to be against it. That's easy. To take a public stand against something that everybody knows is wrong, or at least a majority of people knows is wrong, is easy. Building something that people think is right, that's hard. Because you have to put yourself out there with ideas and solutions, and you have to work a lot. How do you do this? How do you actually affect change by going on the offensive? We talk about it all the time on this channel. Community networks. When I normally talk about them, most times I tend to try to appeal to people's self-interest because it typically takes self-interest to get motivated and start something like that. But understand, community networks, once established, can create a lot of political change very quickly. Don't believe me? Look at Nevada. If you don't know what happened there, the progressive part of the Democratic Party just took over the state apparatus, like all of it. So upsetting to the Democratic establishment that all the employees quit. How did that happen? How did they get rid of the machine, the Democratic machine that existed there? Years of organizing. It wasn't done all at once. It was step by step. And it culminated in them sweeping. And now they control all the offices. They control the Democratic establishment there, the Democratic Party, the structure. And they did it by building what they wanted, not by being against what existed. I mean, yeah, that's part of it. You know it's wrong. But you have to have a plan to draw people to your side. You have to offer something better. You can't just say, this is bad. Everybody knows it's bad. And if you take that approach, if you take the approach of just being against whatever is in existence and peddling to people's grievances, you get Trump. That's what he did. He took the grievances that everybody had and blended them with tradition. That's how he was able to establish his base. He didn't offer him anything better. He offered him a myth. If you want to create something better, you have to have a plan. You have to build it. Being against systemic racism, that doesn't actually end it. You have to have a plan to end it. Being against our foreign policy doesn't actually end it. You have to have a plan to end it. Being against the corporate nature of various political parties doesn't stop them from catering to that corporate interest. You have to build it. You have to build the infrastructure, a separate power structure that will attract people. And then you can create real change. This current trend of just opposing everything, it's not going to work. I mean, sure, it doesn't require any real risk. It doesn't require any political capital to say, I'm against something that's bad. You have to be for something as well. You have to put in the work to build the society you want, not just be against what exists. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.